friends, that is the song they play at graduations. And that is what Junie B is going to do. She is going to graduate. You know, we have just finished reading about some tragic things that happened. You know, she kind of bamboozled Grandpa Frank Miller into giving her the box on top of the refrigerator that held the special cap and gown. And now that she has it, she has dripped juice all over it. And, well, she got into something with the markers and tried to fix it. I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is the box is back on top of the refrigerator, and we are on chapter 8, called Getting Ready. Room 8 and Room 9 practiced for graduation together. We practiced on the stage in the auditorium, because the stage is where people get diplomas, of course. Mrs. showed everyone how to walk up the steps without tripping. She played music for us to march in with. I bet it was the same music we heard at the beginning of the video. And guess what? Room 9 marched better than Room 8. Except Polly Allen Puffer kept on bowing real silly. And Lenny kept stepping on people's heels. Plus, Shy William ran out of the auditorium and down the hall. And Gus Maloney, the janitor, had to chase him around the parking lot. Ooh. After that, Principal talked to William a real long time. Plus, also his mother was called in, I believe. I'm not like that, William, I told Lucille and Grace. I'm not even nervous of walking up on the stage, hardly. Me neither, said that Grace. I'm not nervous of walking up on that stage, hardly either. Lucille fluffed her fluffy hair. My Nana says that I was born to be on stage, she said. Nana says that people enjoy looking at me because I am a feast for their eyes. After that, Lucille wrinkled her nose very cute and skipped around in circles. Grace and I watched her for a real long time. Then, finally, Lucille stopped skipping, and all of us hugged and hugged. Because we're the bestest 3 friends I ever saw. Graduation week went by very fast. Friday night came in a jiffy. I felt so excited I couldn't even eat my dinner that good. I got down from my chair and I ran all over the house. Settle down, said Daddy. Settle down, said Mother. Settle down, I hollered. Then I laughed real loud because I'm a hoot, that's why. Finally, it was time to go. Mother got my graduation box off the top of the refrigerator. I jumped up and down. Let me carry that, Mother. Please, please, please. I want to carry my box to room 9 myself, because that's where all of us are getting dressed. Mother handed me the box. Then Daddy said, settle down again. And all of us drove to my school. Grandpa and Grandma Miller met us in the parking lot. I hugged them hello. Then I zoomed to room 9 speedy fast. And guess what? All of the children from the morning and afternoon kindergarten were getting ready together. And the digital kindergartners. I ran through the door. It's me, people. It's Junie B. Jones, and I'm here for graduation. Lucille and Grace came rushing over. They were already wearing their caps and gowns, and they looked marvelous, I tell you. Hurry up, Junie B, said Lucille. Hurry up and put on your cap and gown. Our teacher is going to take our picture. Yes, said that Grace. Hurry, hurry. She quick grabbed my box away from me, and then she took out my cap and gown. Grace did a gasp. "Oh no, Junie B, what happened?" she said. "What happened to your cap and gown?" My stomach felt queasy and squeezy and sickish, 'cause that outfit, it looked spottier than I remembered. "Put it down, Grace," I said. "Don't show people. I don't want anyone to notice." Look at this. Do you think anybody's gonna notice those spots? Hello? Those spots are ginormous. I think people are gonna notice. Lucille laughed very loud. "But that's ridiculous, Junie B," she said. "How could people not notice? You colored big purple splotches all over your graduation clothes." I did a huffy breath at that girl. "Those are not big splotches, Lucille," I said. "Those are purple polka dotties that I drew to blend in my juice driblets. And that is a whole different ballgame, Missy." Just then, some of the children heard me yelling, and they turned to look. "Great, Lucille. Now look what you did. You called attention to myself, and so now I can't even blend in." After that, I quick grabbed my graduation gown and I ran to the back of the room. Just then, I heard a voice. "Junie B. Jones?" I looked to the front of my room. It was my teacher. Mrs. stretched her neck to look back at me. "Is there a problem back there, Junie B?" she asked. I shook my head real fast. No, Mrs., no," I said. "There isn't a problem, I promise, and so please do not come back here, and I mean it." Mrs. came back there, and what do you know? All of room 9 came with her. Mrs. took my cap and gown out of my hands, and the children laughed and laughed at that thing. "What kind of silly gown do you call that?" said Meanie Jim. "I know," said Polly Allen Puffer. "It's the kind of gown that a clown would wear." "Yeah," shouted Jim. "It's a purple spotty clown gown." After that, the laughing got louder and louder, and I put my hands over my ears to keep it out of my head. And then I tried to tell them about, Snowball and Panic and about the driblets and my purple colored marker. But my nose started running very much and I couldn't even talk that good. And finally I started to cry. And guess what? Then nobody laughed anymore. Imagine how she's feeling. Ugh. Have you ever felt that way before? When something really embarrassing happens and you just want to hide? Okay, chapter 9. This is the last chapter. Do you think it's going to have a happy ending? Thumbs up. Or do you think this is just going to turn into a big disaster? Thumbs down. Okay, chapter 9 is called The Time of My Life. Mrs. took me into the hall. She wiped my face with a tissue and we talked about my graduation gown. Mrs. said I would look darling in that dotty thing, 'cause purple is her favorite color. Plus, grape juice is her favorite kind of drink. I kept on crying because I didn't actually buy it, that's why. Pretty soon, Mother and Daddy came hurrying to room 9. They brought Grandpa Miller with them. Their eyes popped out at my spotty dotty gown. I'm sorry, please don't yell at me," I said, "'cause I'm already crying, see? Plus, wearing this silly clown gown will be punishment enough. Mother and Daddy didn't yell. They said we would talk about this problem later. After that, Mother helped me put on my cap and gown, and she hugged me very nice. And then Daddy smiled, and he said I looked cute in dots. She does look cute, said Grandpa Miller. And not only that, but when she goes on stage, she'll be easy to spot. He winked at me. I think that was a joke. I did a giggle because that man is a silly joker, that's why. Finally, Mrs. patted me. Are you feeling better now, Junie B? She asked. Are you ready to go back inside and be with your friends? I shrugged, kind of worried. She sure is. Of course she is, said my grandpa. My goodness, this is Junie B. Jones. After that, he stood me up straight and tall, and he faced me to my classroom. Then I breathed in a big breath, and me and Mrs. went back into room 9. Polly Allen and Jim jumped out at me. Surprise, they hollered. Surprise, 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 hollered my best friend named Grace. What is happening? I looked at these people very shocked. Then my mouth came all the way open. 'Cause they had dots on their clothes just like mine. It was Jim's idea, Junie B, she said. Jim said that if all of us have spots too, then you will feel better. And so Polly Allen Puffer found the colored markers, and we colored our caps and gowns just like yours. Grace looked at Mrs. See us, teacher, aren't we beautiful? I colored red spots, and Jim colored blue spots, and Polly Allen Puffer colored green spots, she said. Just then, William raised his hand. And I'm coloring orange spots, he said, kind of soft. And I'm coloring lavender spots, said Charlotte. And I'm coloring pink spots, said my bestest friend Lucille, 'cause pink brings out the natural blush of my cheeks. Mrs. smiled. Please look at this. Every single person colored their graduation gown, just so Junie B wouldn't feel bad. Wow, they all chose a different color. That is such a nice thing for them to do. I mean, how sweet is it? They didn't want her to be sad on graduation, and so they did dots all up and down their gowns just so she wouldn't be alone. That is so sweet. It looks like this story is going to have a happy ending. Mrs. smiled. Her smile kept on getting bigger. Well, Junie B. Jones, she said finally, what do you think about all of this? My face beamed very joyful. I think I love these people. That's what I think, I hollered. Then Jim said, gross. And Polly Allen Puffer said, gross, too. After that, all of room 9 laughed and laughed, and this time even me. Graduation finally got started. The room 8 teacher walked up the steps of the stage. She said hello to all the people. Then Mrs. walked up the steps of the stage too. She was still smiling. Families and friends, I've been a teacher for a long time, she said, but in all my years of teaching, these are some of the most colorful graduates I've ever seen. Mrs. held out her arms. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the graduates of room 8 and room 9. Just then the music started and all of the children walked into the auditorium. The audience chuckled at us, very happy, and room 9 chuckled back at them. After that, all of us sat in special chairs, and both of the teachers talked and talked some more. And then, finally, it happened. Mrs. started to call our names, and one by one, we walked up on the stage and we got our diplomas. And good news, Polly Allen Puffer did not bow, real silly, and Lenny did not step on people's heels, and Shy William did not run away. It was the time of our life, I tell you. I felt a billion feet tall up there. When Mrs. gave me my diploma, she shook my hand real nice. I'm going to miss you, Junie B. Jones, she said. You are truly one of a kind. Look, there's Mrs. And there's that special diploma piece of paper that she gets after she completed kindergarten. And Junie B. is smiling so big. Thank you, Mrs., I said. You are truly one of a kind, too. After that, my grandpa, Frank Miller, did a loud whistle. Okay, I can't whistle very well. And Mother and Daddy clapped very proud. And here is the happiest news of all. When graduation was over, room 9 did not even have to say goodbye to each other because all of us are coming back to the same school for first grade. So we can play at recess just like Mother said. And guess what else? I can't wait to see those guys again because we will be friends forever and ever. And always and always. And I mean it. The end. Look, there are so many Junie B. Jones books. The Chattahoochee Library has some too. Hey, you know what? When you guys go to first grade, you're going to have a lot of different kids in your class, but you'll still have some of the same friends. And at recess, you'll all get to see each other again too. So it's going to be a different teacher and a different classroom, but some things will still be the same, like the cafeteria, the playgrounds, the library. Hey friends, this is my last video to you for this year, and I have really enjoyed being here to teach you all about reading and to have fun with you guys and sing our favorite song. I hope you will stop by my classroom next year and say hey in the morning or in the afternoon before you go because I would love to see your faces again. All right, friends. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you all. Have a good summer. Bye.